Welcome back to our daily show on this Valentine's Day Wednesday morning in the heart of the 618. News broke yesterday that Maryville is getting a new dispensary, and one of the most prominent names, Revolution Dispensary, coming into Maryville. Charles Bolden joins us now via Zoom. This is an exciting time, I'm sure, for all of you, sir, and the community at large.
Yes, it is. These dispensary openings always make me feel great, and it's a great thing for the community, and I'm just glad that I can be a part of it, and the Maryville community as well.
Well, and sir, take me through how the location in Maryville came to be, because I know that Revolution is a highly sought after brand, and for Maryville to get this location, get this dispensary is big news.
Well, way back in 2019 or 2020, it seems like ages ago, the state of Illinois introduced a lottery program, and they opened up applications for all the Illinois residents that wanted to participate or had a desire to go into the dispensary market. And at that time, I got, with a couple partners that I knew, and we made the decision to go in at full force, and with no promises of getting anything. It's just a dream. Really, you go in with a dream. You want to do things for your family. And during the lottery process, we were able to win a ticket, have one of the winning tickets, and Maryville was the area that came up. And then the courts took over. Those guys that didn't win filed a lawsuit. So it seemed like we were mired and stuck in litigation for over 2 years. And when it finally, the smoke cleared, we came out winners again.
No pun intended there, huh? Well, and sir, I could only imagine the relief, when that final hurdle's been passed and now we can get through to greener pastures. I mean, take me through just the thought process once that litigation ends and now it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. But one of the things the process teach you is patience. You can't count your eggs before they hatch. And a lot of times I got excited and was ready to go and did this, and it just wasn't meant to be, and it wasn't the right time. So when everything comes together like it is now, that feeling is tremendous. It's a great feeling, especially when you've had it so tough before, and when you had to deal with those issues where patients had to take care, because you couldn't rush the state, you couldn't rush the licensee agencies. This all takes time. It's not something that's done overnight. 100. And in my case, this is 4 years in the making.
It's just, and it really shows the perseverance that you need with this. And I remember when the lottery system was announced, I think a lot of folks thought right away those dreams would become in reality. And just to hear it from you, sir, that's great insight that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was Revolution Dispensary in Maryville.
You're right.
Sir, take me through some of the product that we can expect on the shelves over at Revolution Dispensary.
Oh, you'll have the wide range of products that any other dispensary has. We have the gummies, we have the flower product, we have the infused products. So the range is wide. The range is wide. Victoria can break down the exact, the different strands of everything that we have. But Revolution has its own product also in there, and it's just been great to be able to partner with someone that's had their feet wet in the industry, because it's one thing coming in new and knowing the nuances of the business, but when you come in with a established leader in the field, it just makes it makes things easier. That's all I can say about that.
Well, that's 100%, because, there's no doubt about it that folks in the southern Illinois area and throughout the Riverbend region are familiar with Revolution. And to bring that product line and the name is just wonderful. And now we're in the final preparations, Charles. We have a couple of days until the soft opening, correct, which is Thursday?
That's correct.
And now
9 a.m.
Take me through the preparations. I'm sure the staff's already inside and going through some of the ins and outs of the days today, but as of now, where are you sitting? Are we just kind of on anticipation mode for Thursday and Friday?
Yes, I'm getting things prepared because I have a family here in Chicago, and I'm just getting things prepared. So, and also, I do have a day job and I run a business, so I have to make sure everything is taken care of here, so I can leave and go participate in the wonderful opening there in Maryville. So that's what I am, making sure that everything that needs to be done here, all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed here.
Well, and it's great insight too, in a different way, because as someone myself, sir, I was a young business owner, sold it, partnered off, whatever you want to call it, and was able to move on to a new industry. But, I think folks sometimes just expect that, once you get that license or once you get that first spot, that's it.
No, it's time to roll your sleeves up and get dirty, man. I got to tell you, got to put the work in.
And sir, as we get back to Maryville, on Friday, the doors will open officially with your grand opening. And there's a lot of buzz around this. You have some local officials, elected officials that are going to be there, the community at large. But on top of that all, I mean, this is big for Maryville. The impact that a dispensary could bring economically, I mean, there's no argument or question about it. What are some of the conversations that you had maybe with those officials as this process was getting underway?
And for those folks that have medical issues, it makes access a lot easier. And that's what we're going to provide.
Absolutely. And you cut off a little bit there, Charles. My apologies for that internet issue.
No.
But, what I get out of this is people keep kind of turning their nose. The ones that do it, the cannabis industry, don't realize the economic impact and the jobs that you are creating in Maryville, which are immense. And, what makes this opening so special for you? I know you talked about the 4 years of a journey, but also for you to really step out and start your cannabis, journey in this industry, it technically starts tomorrow, correct?
Yes, it does. When you see me, I stand behind a strong family. I have 4 grandbabies, 2 children, and it's the Bolden Army. This goes along a lot of ways, and far as family being able to provide and help family as well as philanthropy. I'm real big in youth basketball in the local area here in Illinois. So I look forward to these things happening, being successful, and me being able to do some things that I've dreamed about and always wanted to do, just wasn't able to do.
Absolutely. And it's not to cut you off, sir, but just getting back to Maryville, after this location's up and running, the gears start really becoming well-oiled. Is there a little bit more in the cannabis industry in that future for you? Do you have any plans outside of Maryville yet?
Well, again, with the friendships that we made with the Chamber of Commerce, we'll look, I'll get with Revolution and we'll look at things that are specific to Maryville, because every community has its little different nuances. So we'll be looking at those things, those niche things that make Maryville special in its own right, and try to, assist and be a voice in the community for those, and an advocate for those that, need help or are trying to do something that benefits the whole entire community.
100%. Folks, if you were just tuning in on this Wednesday morning, we were talking to Charles Bolden because the festivities begin at 9 a.m. on February the 17th. That's Friday, with the official ribbon cutting ceremony to begin at 11 a.m. at the brand new, 4 years in the making, yes, brand new Revolution.
You got it.
And sir, I really just think it's a testament too, for anyone that watches this that is a business owner, has an idea, that you can't just stop whenever the going gets tough. You have to keep pushing through. And this is a win-win for you, sir, but also the community and the Riverbend region, because I mean, just the impact that this is going to have is going to be great.
Yep. And I'm cognizant of that, and it just makes you feel that much better. And it's also a responsibility. These things aren't given away to everybody. So if you were chosen, it's a responsibility that you can't take lightly.
No, and sir, in the press release that we ran on Tuesday morning before, there was a quote that you had about customer satisfaction. And I think that that's a phrase that's starting to go by the wayside whenever you have to call a call center to get your Papa John's to you, you know?
Yeah. Or anything else that you got to call and get something and speak to someone.
Right. And sir, so take me through how Revolution Dispensary is going to be working on that customer satisfaction, because that's a huge part of the cannabis, process when you're going to buy a product.
Well, what I've noticed and what I've the folks that actually want to work in this industry, they are your higher end customer service thing. So it's kind of a self it filters itself, because the amount of energy and the things that the employees bring, you can't buy that. I can't buy that smile on that young lady or that young man. So I've been blown away about the staffing. It starts with staffing, and I can say, even when I've looked at my competition, the staff always stands out. They either make you or break you, because folks can go anywhere. So it's important to have a staff that enjoys what they're doing and enjoys helping the community.
100%. And as we're talking about this with that soft opening tomorrow on Thursday, the grand opening on Friday, plus there's going to be some major incentives to go and check it out. Not only do you get to go see Charles during the ribbon cutting whenever he's there with Mayor Craig Short, and then, of course, our friend of the show, Don Muschel, who is just wonderful. Now, Charles, I got to ask you, have you given a Barry Manilow line yet to Dawn? She's a big fan.
Oh, no, I haven't. I'm glad you clued me in on that.
There you go.
I'll have to come up with something.
A little bit of help for you while you're making the trek down to Maryville. And,
thank you, CJ.
Sir, I really just want to say thank you from the bottom of our heart to be a part of this big news, because this is huge news. Whenever you get to open a dispensary after all this time, and we know in Alton how long it could take. It took us quite a long time to have that first dispensary, but in Maryville, to have this Revolution brand backing you, that is the biggest news story of the day, is that this is a big brand that's coming to Maryville, that's partnered up with you, and you're going to deliver some great product for years to come.
And the line, no one does it by themselves. You got to have, whether that's in business or in your personal issue. Well, I just wanted to hit on the thing about, I'm a big basketball coach. I've coached in a lot of youth communities, and the teamwork it takes to win. No one person does it alone. And it's the same thing in this industry. You got to have a team. And that goes from the front line, your employees on the front line, giving that good customer service, to the people behind the scenes that are making sure everything is done the right way, that all the licenses are up to date and everything is done right. So I couldn't do it by myself. And a partner like Revolution just takes us over the top.
100% over, Charles. And on top of that, too, is Revolution Dispensary going to be open all 7 days of the week or closed on Sundays? Do you have that information?
I don't, not in front of me. The operating hours, that detail was left into the people on boots on the ground right now.
But
so,
I like that,
I'll
sir.
have that.
I really like that component, because, they would have some insights onto that, and that shows how strong your team is. And I think that's a huge portion of why I think Revolution's going to do well. And Charles, before I let you go, I don't think this is the last time we're going to be talking. I think that we're going to have a few more conversations, and nothing but the best of luck on Thursday. You have all of our support here at RiverBender.com, and on
Thank you.
Friday.
I appreciate that.
And on Friday for the official grand opening and ribbon cutting, when you got Mayor Craig Short, Don Muschel, and of course, the CEO of Bolden Investments, Charles Bolden, in the ribbon cutting ceremony, and right here on RiverBender.com. Is there anything else, sir, we need to hit on that I have not talked to you about yet?
No, I just want to thank everybody for being so warm and being receptive to the idea, because again, as we move across the country, it's not that you don't get that feeling everywhere. So when you do, you're very appreciative of it. And I want to thank the entire Maryville community, as well as the political aspect, the Chamber of Commerce, and Mayor Short. Absolutely.
And Charles Bolden, thank you so much for your time. You are welcome back anytime. We're excited because, well, as always, we get to celebrate a dispensary, and I'm really excited every chance we get. Best of luck. I hope it all goes well, and I'll see you up at Revolution Dispensary soon, Charles.
All right. Nice chatting with you, CJ.
No problem. We'll take a quick pause here. Our daily show will roll around the corner after this.
All right.